finally, for the moving door. There's plenty more stuff you could do with the basic idea of these taverns, and I could sit here thinking of them all day, and you could probably as well, but I'm not here for suggestions. My goal, unless you ask me, I guess, my goal is to explain the core idea that you can do something with in your own way. So I gave you the default example and the weird specific one. Why one more? Well, while the turtle was a weird choice, it still made sense, and I want you to understand exactly how far you can go with this. Imagine a PC finding an old, dusty yellow scroll on top of a closet in a rusty bucket that fell on his head as he fought a goblin cook whose room it was in, while exploring some underground ruin. As he studies the scroll, he can't quite figure it out, but he keeps reading it to other NPCs and no one has a clue. It's called Stop By for Tea. Whether he memorizes it or uses the scroll, somehow he learns to draw a mark on a door, any door, to make it a portal. And this portal leads to a tavern. A tavern in another dimension, in the Underdark, surrounded by lava. Or maybe on a moon over the world. Wait, it has a snow globe surrounding it. It's tiny. It's in some kind of magical workshop. Oh, no. I see it now. It's in Sigil, on top of a giant scrap pile, and there doesn't seem to be any way down. One important thing to note about a tavern like this is that when the guy or girl who learned the spell dies, the spell is lost. You can't find the tavern again. You can't replicate that spell because who the hell knows where it came from, who made it, and why. It's very specific. It's like a teleport spell, but for a specific place. That's sort of why you shouldn't make it an object that teleports there, because it's supposed to be one person, and when that person dies, everyone will get sad that they can't find that place anymore. And they might even be more motivated to restore the person to life. There could be a counter ritual to return where they came into the tavern from, or maybe the portal could have limited duration that it returns to the same place it opened in. There's all kinds of great stuff you can do with that, and it's not even a physical tavern in the world. So, to finally wrap this up, you should know that I didn't come by these ideas trying to make a tavern interesting. I wanted to make a cool, recurring place for the PCs, give them an airship as a base of operations, and have some place where I can introduce cool NPCs, a couple of cool NPCs that I want them to get familiar with and, maybe either hate or become friends with, who knows. But as the idea developed, I realized there's no reason to use taverns anymore. Just bring the tavern to them. It'll be much more interesting. Now, if that didn't explain the idea faithfully, I don't know what will. I've been somewhat inspired by the Harry Potter Night Bus and that disappearing shop from, I think it was a Terry Pratchett book. It was some fantasy book, some ridiculous. Yeah, it was probably Terry Pratchett. Anyway, let me know if you have questions or suggestions. Hopefully that wasn't too long or too much of an explanation without actually having explained anything. Yeah. See ya.